One of the main themes in Masterful Living is healing in Masterful Living is healing relationships. A Course in Miracles tells us that our relationships are the best tool that we have for waking up and doing our spiritual healing work. And we take advantage of that big time in Masterful Living. I have a whole series called Relationship Reboot. I have another series in the class called Be a Love Magnet. So weeks and weeks of classes, and really it's a major theme throughout the entire year, relationships, because it's so helpful. And of course, our relationships are sometimes, in fact, oftentimes, the most challenging part of our life. Yes, yes. And so we can have amazing, miraculous healings in our relationships. And that's one of the main things that happens over the course of the year in Masterful Living. In fact, I love to hear the stories of how people experience that miraculous healing in their marriages, so with their spouses, partners, with their children, with their parents, with their friends, with their co-workers, with their employers and their employees, with their neighbors, all these different ways that people have healings in their relationships. So one thing I'm thinking of last year at the end of the year, one woman said that she went into the class really feeling that her relationship with her husband was very challenging, and there were things that she just felt overwhelmed by in the relationship. And at the end of the year, she realized it really was all about her. She did her inner work, and he miraculously shifted and changed, and their relationship was deeply transformed. I've seen this so many times. It often happens with children, and it also often happens with parents. So children and parents are another major form of stress in our relationships, and people recognize over and over again that when they change their mind, when they do the inner work and practices that lead to the shifts in the inner thinking, in the way you hold it in your heart, that miraculously their relationship shifts and changes. And not just temporarily, they notice lasting shifts and changes. And so this helps them to realize, wow, I just proved that this works. I just proved it to myself. There's no going back from proving it, because once you prove it, then you never feel like a victim again, and you feel empowered to go further and further and further. You feel deeply, that's right, deeply and profoundly inspired to have a healing in your relationships. So let me just say that the Masterful Living year-long curriculum is packed with relationship healing. So if you'd like to come in and join us, now is the time. Do not hesitate. Come and check it out. We look forward to joining with you and your relationship healing in Masterful Living.